Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for Monday, the first Monday of June 2019. Okay, we're in an entirely new month. We are in month 6 of 12. And so I want to bring to you a thought. Good morning for all who are joining me. Hey, Patricia and Gunny. Um, I have been watching a series on restorative justice. Well, hello, grandmother of the groom. Beautiful, beautiful picture, Suzanne. Beautiful. Can't wait to hear more when you return. Okay, sorry for the detour. But I wanted to talk to you about a very difficult subject that, unless you see it live and in color, or unless you experience, you might think that, well, that's just something they're doing for the cameras, and no one could possibly do that. Restorative justice is a process where the victim of the crime or family members, if the victim has deceased, and the perpetrator of the crime come together um, under very stringent and detailed, very specific, very uh, deliberate conditions. They come together, and they come together and they meet physically. Both parties agree. One party initiates, but both have to agree. And all of the episodes that I've seen thus far, it's the Redemption Project is what I'm talking about with Van Jones. And these are not cutesy, lightweight issues that they're dealing with. They all deal with either murder or attempted murder, and the after effects and the choice. Now, these are my words, not, this is what I'm getting from it. The choice, the very difficult but needed choice to move forward in life by meeting the perpetrator face to face and going through this meeting. Now, we only obviously see a good 50 minutes out of the hour, but the actual process is minimally a year and a half long, where both parties are being worked with by professionals in the restorative justice realm, in that arena. And this is why it is so fascinating to me, because it makes me to know. Now, I have not been the victim of a crime like that. No one has ever held a gun to my head and pulled the trigger 3 times with the third one going off. No one has ever killed a member of my family. No one has ever attempted to kill a member of my family, and they're still here in a state where they will never be independent. So that's the caveat. Let me put that out there right now. So please do not hear that I'm being this high and mighty and I ain't dealt with anything. I'm putting up front, I've never been in that situation. It is fascinating to me, for lack of better words, the human potential to move forward, forgive, and go on with life. And the thing that is most fascinating to me, I've already told you that although we see the end result, it is at least a year and a half worth of excavation, is what I'm saying, where they dig up all the feelings, all of the emotions. And the reason I'm just so fascinated by this is because, to a much lesser degree, a lot of us are walking around holding on to things that is stumping those things, whatever they are, the betrayals, the typically betrayals, the loss of trust, the rejections, the disappointments in life where someone disappointed you, all of those things, fill in the blank. we're walking around with that, and we have become the walking dead. We are just existing, and there are people, living, breathing people. They're not superstars. They're not anybody that you've heard of. They're just people who have made the choice at this stage in their life to move forward. And this is one way that they believe they can move forward with their life, by meeting the offender. I think every single episode has been behind bars. Personal experience with something like this. You must be brave. You know what? Just looking from the inside, from the outside in, there is a tremendous amount of courage, personal courage, to even allow yourself to be in that situation, which is why I think this excavation process is taking minimally a year and a half. Now that's a year and a half after they say, this is something that I want to do. Every single case, there's going to be a total of 8 episodes. I've watched them all thus far. I don't know what number we're on, 5 or 6, but in every single case, there were years and years, sometimes decades, from the time the incident happened to the time that they made this, they stepped up and said, this is something that I want to do. And then they go and they check with the other party. Hello, A.T. Jones. And so I want to make sure I recognize that you have to be ready. You have to be willing in that state. And sometimes people make forgiveness seem like, oh, well, this is just. And in the faith-based world, well, you better forgive or you won't forgiven. And they don't put the details about what human experience you are dealing with and trying to access and trying to work your way through, trying to even get your head straight. In all of these cases, the perpetrator had been caught and tried and is serving time. And so it's not as if you're still living and breathing and eating